Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So, today we have a battle against Monty. So yeah, looking at his team there, looks to be pretty strong, pretty well balanced, pretty interesting looking team. So looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past several games here. So, what do I want to lead with in this one? I think we're going to go with the Empoleon in this one. Seems to be a pretty decent matchup. And we'll go ahead and see how that works out. Alright. So there he is, and he is going to lead with the Toxapex as we lead with the Empoleon. So this is not terrible for us. We can pretty safely just go ahead and go for a Stealth Rock right out of the gate, get the hazards up early, so I think that's exactly what we're going to do. As we do get the Stealth Rock up, obviously, outspeeding him, which is going to be nice for us, as he is going to go ahead and go for a Toxic Spikes on his side. So that is a little unfortunate, because we don't really have a way to get rid of that on our side, but just kind of is what it is, so we'll have to try and deal with it. I think we definitely switch out here. I think we will... What do we want to switch into here? I think we're actually going to switch into the Mew. We're going to see if we can't get that to do something. So we are unfortunately going to be put on a timer because of the Toxic, but just kind of is what it is. So we're going to come in with the Mew, and we are going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes. Just a regular poison, though, as he's going to go for a Baneful Bunker, interestingly enough, so obviously going to fail. And then we are going to take some damage from the poison. The nice thing is, because it's a normal poison on the Mew, it won't rack up damage continuously, so that's a good thing. So I think this is our opportunity to just go ahead and actually try to do what this Mew was supposed to do, which is go for a Dragon Dance. We haven't really had that chance yet, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. As he stays in, we go for the Dragon Dance, so we're going to go ahead and get that +1 attack and speed, trying to set up to do some big damage to his team, as he's going to go for a Water Pulse, which is interesting. Not going to do too much damage to us. Fortunately, he does not get the Confusion, and then we are going to take some poison damage. So we have a little bit of a choice to make, because obviously we know he has the Baneful Bunker, so he could easily go for that and stall out another turn of poison damage, but unfortunately I kind of don't want to make that risk, because we don't really want to take any more chip damage on the Mew right now. So our best bet is probably just to go ahead and go for the Psychic Fang here, so that's what we're going to do. As he does stay in, we go Psychic Fangs at +1. It is enough to go ahead and one-shot that Toxapex outright and drop him down to 5. So that is pretty incredible for us. We are going to lose some HP from the Life Orb and from the poison as well, dropping us below half. So Mew obviously on a timer here, but we're just going to try and get as much damage as we can with it before it goes down here. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response to that. And it is going to be the Cloyster. So that thing's coming in, and he does take the Stealth Rock damage, which is great. And I think in this situation, we just go ahead and go straight for the close combat. I don't think there's any reason not to, so that's what we're going to do. As we go for the close combat, we do have it on deck, and it is going to go ahead and take the Cloyster out, which is incredible. It does cut our defenses, but definitely worth it to get rid of that thing in one shot, knocking him down 4 Pokemon. So we are going to take some Life Orb and poison damage, but Mew is definitely putting work in here. Finally getting it to do something, which is pretty nice. So unfortunately a little worse for wear, but you know, it is what it is. So still putting in the work, so that is good. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Urshifu Rapid Strike. He's going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and so he definitely could have something up his sleeve for us, but there's not really much of a reason for us to overthink this. We're just going to go straight for the Psychic Fang here, as he's going to go for a Detect unfortunately, which is going to protect himself for this turn. Obviously, Psychic Fang not going to do anything there, as it's going to let him stall out another turn of poison damage on us. So that is going to look like we only have one more turn left on the field with Mew, unfortunately. So I think he could definitely try to play some Switch Mind games, but with a +1 Life Orb Mew staring him down, anything he switches in is going to take some serious damage. So I think we probably just go for the Psychic Fang again anyway, so that's what we're going to do, and try to get one last big shot off, as unfortunately he reveals he is packing Aqua Jet, so he is just going to go for that, take the Mew out, and knock us down to 5. But that's kind of okay. Mew kind of did its job there, and definitely did some serious damage to the team there. So now we have to decide what we want to bring in to face this thing down. I think our best bet might actually be the Wheezing, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So there it is, and of course we have Levitate, so that is kind of bad in this situation because we could soak the Toxic Spikes up if we didn't have that, but it's too good not to have. So anyway, I think what we're going to do here, we have some options. I don't think he's going to want to stay in, although we don't know what kind of coverage he's packing. It might be worth it to try and get a Toxic Spike of our own up on his side of the field. And so I think I'm actually going to do that. I don't see him staying in here, so we're just going to go for a Toxic Spike, as he does indeed switch out. And he's going to go ahead and switch in with his... he's going to take the Stealth Rock damage there as we go for the Toxic Spikes to get those Hazards up on him. So that is pretty nice. So yeah, I think... how do we want to play this? There's not a whole lot we can do to this thing with the Wheezing, so how do we want to play this? I think we do switch out against this thing. I think our best switch is probably the Sylveon, so we're going to go ahead and just switch into Sylveon. Unfortunately, we will get poisoned when we come in, but that just kind of is what it is. So there is the Sylveon, and we do get poisoned, unfortunately, off the Toxic Spikes, as he is going to go ahead and go for the Torch Song, kind of as expected. So this is not going to do too much damage to us, but it does give him the special attack raise, which is unfortunate. We are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, but then we are just going to lose the damage right back to the poison. So now the question is, how do we want to handle this situation? So he definitely does have solid switches, although I'm not sure if he's going to want to make it at +1 special attack. But I think what we do is we're just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. I think that's what we'll do. He might not think we have it, as he is going to go ahead and bust out his Terra, unfortunately. So what is he going to Terrasilize into? It is going to be a pure Fire type. So that is a little unfortunate. He loses the Ghost weakness there, which is not great. But he is going to go for a Facade, which is really interesting. So he's actually a mixed set, which is quite surprising. We do go for the Shadow Ball. It does not much of any damage, but we do get a special defense drop, which is kind of nice, actually. And then we are going to go ahead and get some HP back with the leftovers, and then take more poison damage here. So I think the best thing we can do in this situation is probably, because we know we're not doing too much damage to this thing with attacks, I think we just go for the Yawn here to try and put something to sleep, potentially. So that's what we're going to do, as he goes for a Hex this turn, which is actually going to be enough to finish us off. So that is unfortunate. We're going to lose the Sylveon there, and that is going to knock us down to 4. So the Skeledirge is causing some problems for us. But I think our answer to this thing now is probably going to be... what do we want to do? I think it's probably going to be the Empoleon. I think that'll be our best answer to this thing. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that. And so he probably doesn't want to stay in on this matchup, but even so, I don't think we really want to make any risky prediction right now. He does have a lot of good switches. He is sitting at +1 special attack. I think we just play it safe and go for the Surf. That's what we do, as he does in fact switch, so we could have predicted this, but he could have also stayed in and tried to hit us at +1. So he is going to switch in with the Snorlax, and he's going to take the Stealth Rock damage as well. He is going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, so that's pretty nice, as we are going to go for a Surf. And even though we are Mech Special Attack, it actually does more than I thought to this thing, knocking it down to about half. So that's actually some really nice damage there. I was not expecting that to do quite as much, so that's pretty nice. This thing does get some HP back with the leftovers and take some poison damage. So this turn, it actually looks like it's going to be really close as to whether or not another Surf can take this thing out. I kind of want to risk it, so I think I actually am going to risk it here because we know we outspeed this thing. We're just going to go for another Surf here. Next Surf incoming. Is it enough to take the Snorlax out? Not quite enough, unfortunately, as he goes for a Thunder Punch, which takes us down by a little less than half there. And then we are going to regain some HP here with the leftovers, and he's also going to regain some HP with the leftovers. Is he going to go down to the poison damage this turn? It is going to be close, but it looks like he is not quite going to go down from that poison damage, unfortunately. So I don't think he's going to want to switch out here, just simply because the Snorlax can't come back in on the Stealth Rock right now. But even if he does try to switch, I say we probably just go for the Ice Beam here to play it safe, so that's what we're going to do, as he does not switch. We go for the Ice Beam, and from that range, that will definitely be enough to finish that Snorlax off, and that knocks him down to, I believe, 3, as we get some HP back with the leftovers once again. So, pretty even so far. We are ahead a little, which is nice, but we'll see what he wants to bring in response here. And it is going to be, kind of as expected, the Urshifu. So that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage and get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, which is very nice for us, obviously. Now, he does have the Urshifu, the Skeledirge, and the Goodra left, so he does have 3. So, we definitely don't want to stay in on this matchup. We don't get taken out with a fighting attack, so we have a little bit of a choice to make here. We could switch in. I think our best switch is definitely going to be the Wheezing, so I think that's what we're going to do. At the same time, I don't really want to make a risk, but if he goes for something else, but I think Wheezing is going to be the switch, so it is our safest play we can make right now, so we're going to go ahead and come in with that once again. And so he is going to go for a Drain Punch, which is not going to do much of any damage to us, which is nice. It is going to give him a little bit of HP back there. And then we are going to get some HP back with the Black Sludge, as he is going to take some damage from the poison. So, the question here will be, does he want to stay in on us? Based on that damage, I highly doubt it. So he probably does switch here. So I think knowing that, we're probably... I think we're probably best off going for the Sludge Bomb here. Now, I guess he could stay in, not knowing we have the Thunderbolt. So this is a little bit of a tough decision. You know what? I think we'll predict him to maybe stay in, and we'll just go Thunderbolt, actually. So he does actually stay in, goes for the Surging Strikes. It is guaranteed to hit 3 times with critical hits there. So after the third one, that is going to knock our Wheezing down to about a 3rd HP, but we do survive. We make the right call, go for the Thunderbolt instead. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not quite enough to take that thing out, as we get some HP back from the Black Sludge, but it looks like the poison damage is going to be enough this turn to go ahead and finish that Urshifu off and knock him down to 2. So Wheezing, once again, putting in some solid work here, which is, of course, great for us. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Skeledirge once again. He is going to take the Stealth Rock damage and get poisoned off of the Toxic Spikes as well. So I think there's no point in switching with Wheezing right now. We're just going to go ahead and go for a Sludge Bomb here, get as much damage as possible. He does outspeed us, goes for the Facade. It's not quite enough to take us out, fortunately. We go for the Sludge Bomb in return, and that's going to be enough to get rid of that Skeledirge, as he actually goes ahead and rage quits. Awesome. And so, yeah, that is going to be game. So, yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love the sportsmanship. Yep, it was in fact a disconnect on his end. So you know what? I think that was actually a pretty good match up until the point where he decided to rage quit. Like it, just an incredible sport there. So I think we're going to still cut and print that game there. So we're going to count that as that is going to turn out to be a 4-1 win versus Monty for us. Like I said, pretty solid match there. Can't say for sure what would have happened at the end. Obviously, after the Skeleturge goes down, he's just got the Goodra, which is going to be on a timer thanks to the Poison versus 4 of our remaining Pokemon. So definitely going to be a very difficult one for him to try and come back from, especially with it being on a timer thanks to the Poison. So I think even had he not rage quit, I think we still would have been in really good position to take the win there. But we take the win. Nonetheless, in this one, because life lesson, folks, quitters never win. So, but that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is going to be the last match that I post with this team. I did have a lot of fun using it, and it did work out very well for me. But as is always the case, I am going to be putting it to the side for now, and starting up next time, I'm actually going to have another brand new singles team for you guys. So, stay tuned for that. That's it. And we'll see you next time.